All right.
Excited but nervous as fuck.
Slowly. You named it wrong, by the way. It's you. That's why it's saying what? What the fuck? Okay. Anyway. All right. So your party enters one by one in the city of light, where you've been called to find out what this portal to the abyss is really about. So, let's see who arrives first. There are four of you. Lord Briarwood. Your character arrives closest to the throne room first, where the old statue of the king sits.
Okay, I guess this is where I describe my character.
Yes.
You will see a not nicely dressed looking male. He has very nice kind of combed black hair. He has two cat ears that are also black. He has two nice green eyes. He's wearing a nice kind of light bluish and blackish robe, kind of draped around him. He's got nice pants and boots on. He's got this very nice looking sword and scabbard to go along with the whole thing, and he's got different kind of patches and different kind of gaming varieties that he uses to kind of make his way in life with not only just grabbing money but also different trinkets and stuff that he sells on to make a quick life on his way.
All right.
And yeah.
You stand before the massive X Palace. Where there was once a massive palace, now sits two thrones. One with a statue of the god Ben sitting on top of it, and the other throne completely empty. Where there was once a castle, there now stands nothing.
Okay. Do I see anything around the two thrones?
The only thing that you can see is flowers and notes to the ex-king that they believe to be dead.
Oh, okay, righty. Don't really know what to do here, considering I'm the first to arrive. I guess I'll find somewhere to at least sit. I'll find somewhere to at least sit, so that I can at least wait for the rest of whoever may be coming or not.
All right. You go a little bit downwards and you sit on the stairs that leads up to the palace, and we will roll who arrives next. Destiny, you arrive next.
So I step up towards the palace. My character is a lichen. She's a wolf, little over 6 feet tall, dark gray fur everywhere except her right forearm from the elbow down. Wearing a breastplate with a light crossbow on her back and a hand axe at her hip. Her armor is well polished and cared for, and it's clear that she spent some time as a soldier in the past.
All right.
I
You step up onto the palace as I described before. But this time you see Lord Briarwood's character there, sitting on the steps.
Just so that everyone will know, his name is Mitchie.
Mitchie.
If you would,
Okay.
if you would like me to change that to my name on here, then I can do that.
Just put it in what me and Quentin have. Just put them in brackets.
Ah, okay.
What do you do?
I approach the man sitting on the steps and introduce myself.
Well, hello.
Greetings, sir.
Well, Why, hello there, lovely female. I can see that you're joining our lovely expedition here.
I heard you were in need of a sawbones. I figured I could lend a hand.
Well, everyone needs a good. Well, I heard that I heard about this, and I thought, hey, everyone needs a good storyteller in their midst. So I thought, why not I come and lift the spirits of everybody?
Let's hope your tales can do just that.
Mi, mi, Mitchy, mi, Mitchy Goldfingers at your service.
Sergeant Whitepaw. Good to meet you.
So, where did you come? So, when exactly did you come? Did you come from?
I've been a little bit everywhere, touring with different militaries. Spent a lot of time at sea. Lost my most recent crew to some unfortunate events. Let's hope it doesn't happen again.
I'm very sorry to hear that happened to you.
Lord Hollow takes all in the end.
Well,
That's deep.
I'm more of a traveling merchant, so haven't really got much to lose. But there are some people out there I care a lot for, and if I can make this world a lot less of a darker place, then that I shall do.
All right.
How bright is the area we're in?
As you're standing around the palace, it is a very, very well lit area. The City of Light itself is a very bright city with many people walking the streets and even some going back and forth, but they're not important enough for me to tell you about them, that are going back and forth from the palace and placing their flowers upon the statues. And eventually, another figure begins to walk up. Crystal, please introduce your character.
I woke up looking around and enter. My name is Silver Mystique. I am a halfling fighter that's 3.5 feet tall, 40 pounds. I have white, almost silverish hair, hence the name Silver, blue eyes, and tan skin.
All right. And I believe currently you are wearing chainmail, right? That's
correct.
Yeah, chainmail. I thought so. I thought we'd mess with your armor.
Ow.
Okay, you walk onto the same scene as I said before, but there are now two figures sitting on the steps.
Hesitantly, I walk near them, but not close enough to be really quite close to them. I keep my distance, trying to see if I can see what their motives are.
It seems that currently they are just chatting away. All right.
I walk in, still keeping my distance, but stands near the two.
If I do see her hesitantly, I am just going to make a power and just go, greetings, fellow adventurer. We are the party that you seek.
She just stays quiet and stares at her chainmail armor.
Got it. And I'll go back to talking to my other friend that I've made, Whitepaw.
All right. And finally, the last figure approaches. Quentin.
Oh, his name's a skull.
Yes, I know. I'm asking you to describe your character, dumbass.
So I guess as you see walking up, you see a little heavier, medium armor set ash elf with It's gray skin, silver hair, and purple eyes, adorning a blade of what looks to be fire. Pretty simple. Doesn't really look around. Is obviously looking around very much, and on his breastplate he has a symbol of a great sword implanted into a skull. And walks up, and he will say, "Oh, we have here Halfian, a wolf person, and what are you?" Looking at Lord Briarwood or Mitchie.
I look and just go, isn't it obvious? I'm a cat with one hell in good taste.
I already don't like you.
Arrogant, I know, but trust me, I'm not always like that. I just see opportunities and take it when I want to.
Definitely a cat.
Suddenly, as you are all talking, all the people from the palace begin to slowly move away. Almost as if sensing something. But you don't sense it.
I would
Well,
like
that can't be good.
perception.
Something doesn't feel right about this.
And as soon as you guys say that, a massive black portal will open behind you.
Well, this is...
And out steps an ethereal white creature. And you hear it say something, and it sounds like this. La Catine. And then it motions for you to follow it.
Do I know that language?
Do you understand ethereal?
No.
Yeah, then no.
Escal is gonna just kind of be unfazed by it and just look to see what everyone else is doing and wait there.
I guess that means we all walk in now. If no one wants to go first, then I guess I'll take the lead. And I'm going to slowly walk towards the portal.
Alright, as you walk towards the portal, the white ethereal creature will stop you and then look at the others, motioning for them.
Are you the one paying me?
It will nod.
Well, if it's got the money.
And then in its hand, suddenly will appear 10 platinum pieces almost from thin air.
Alright, you got me there.
Well, it certainly plays well.
Is that each? Or just we're splitting that?
And then it will close its palm and then open. As you ask that, it will close its palm and then open its hand again, and there will be 50 gold for each of you.
That's even far less of 10 platinum pieces.
La Katai is what it says.
Listen, you're gonna have to give me at least 2 platinum pieces if you want me to go with you.
It will look at you and then summon a black portal behind you and will look at you again. Almost saying, I can literally push you inside of that.
The skull looks at him and says, if you want a bounty hunter to help you out, you gotta pay bounty hunter wages.
Visanai gasita tofala.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck you're saying.
Something tells me you should probably follow the thing's orders before it decides you're its next meal.
Meal or not, You have to pay honest wages to a bounty hunter.
It will look at you, and then it will open its hand again, and you will see 20 platinum pieces, and it will say, La Katai, and motion for you to follow it.
I will attempt to snatch it from his hand and follow.
Alright, make me a sleight of hand check. And
Can I give him
see if you
inspiration?
can beat this.
Can I give him inspiration?
Sure.
Okay, I believe that's a. You look up inspiration, Rotten.
Are you giving the ethereal being inspiration?
No, I'm giving Ascal inspiration.
Hold on, it actually has an ability. I get to reroll that. There we go. That's much better.
You bitch.
By the way, if you want to make a sleight of hand check, just do exclamation point check space sleight of hand. Or you can roll IRL dice. I don't care.
I give him. He's got a D6 to add to his sleight of hand roll.
Well, roll a d6, but I don't think it's gonna help. All right, Askel. As you attempt to snatch the platinum pieces from its hand, it is too quick, and it will suddenly grasp its hand, and it will vanish instantly, and it will look at you, and it will say, inside of your mind this time, "Don't fuck around."
Listen, you gotta pay your wages. You either pay me up front and we continue on this mission. I need my resources for what we're gonna be doing. I don't know what we're gonna be doing, so you gotta give me this money.
All right, it will roll its ethereal eyes and produce 2 platinum pieces and put it in your hand and fucking sigh.
All right. I'll expect this as a partial payment.
It will just eye roll again.
I mean, I was just fine with having the other pay. I mean, I was just fine with the normal payments we were getting.
It will just say out loud, La Satai Fatul.
Were you all told about these magic portals and people speaking a language we don't understand?
I mean, I've seen a lot weirder in the pubs I've drinking at. So, if I can understand, so if this is the best we've got, and I clearly do not mind this. I've heard worse, and I've seen a lot worse.
I've been paid more. I've been paid less. All that matters is you give me something in my hand that tells me that I got a job to do.
It will just look at all of you again in motion for you guys to follow it. Like, almost beggingly to follow it.
I'll step forward.
The skull would just walk straight in.
Okay, you walk straight in without the ethereal white being, and it will just blink and be like, La Safolatai. Does everyone else follow?
You can go ahead, Whitepaw. I'll wait for the halfling woman to join us.
See you on the other side.
Alright,
See you.
you walk inside, and the ethereal white being will just stand there and wait for the other two because it can't close the portal without you guys going in.
Excuse me, lady. I believe our ticket to our job is here. You kind of need to be here for it.
Crystal, you okay?
She said she'll walk forward slowly.
Oh, okay. As you, and then, finally...
She's having mic difficulties.
Okay. I will keep my, my eyes on no mic chat then. Alright. As you walk inside of the ethereal black portal, all of you, what you see is not normal, because it's obviously, pitch black, but it's very weird. You can feel, even if you have shoes on, the black cobblestone path that you stand on, because it is more or less giving off this great magical power within your feet telling you that you are standing on air, or on solid ground instead of air. The rest that you see around you is just pitch black nothingness. But yet you feel like you are standing on a path, and the creature will turn around and look at you guys as it is walking forward, and finally you hear this. This is where you are meant to be.
And just where is this?
This is my home.
So what is this? You paying us to clean your house or something?
No, I'm paying you to save it.
I mean, I would love to save your lovely home, but right now I can't really see what needs to be done with it. I mean, it's completely blacked out.
That is the point. Once this place was lush and green, with so many people, so many new faces, so many adventurers wandering back and forth. And then suddenly, one day, we woke up and it was like this. We have no recollection of what happened, and I am the only one left. I was the prince of this place.
Sounds like a big job.
It is.
Yes.
If we're gonna have to save your home and your prince, you expect me to do this for 2 platinum?
As I showed you before, I can create gold and platinum pieces within my hand. I have no limit to what I can pay you.
I'm pretty sure what he's trying to describe to us is we do the job well, then we kind of get an equal payment to the job we have done. So, like, if we do it super well, we get like 5 platinum each, and if we do the job kind of well, we get it in the we get gold kind of payment. And if we don't do it at all, I'm guessing we just get silver and copper. But I think that's what he's trying to describe here.
You are close. I just need the job done. I do not care if you do it fast or slow, or even do it at all. I need you to find out what happened here.
So you're giving us no information based off of your knowledge of your own home.
I can lead you to the place that everything still sort of exists, but you will not be able to see it, only feel.
Well, then that will be a good place to start. I mean, I don't I mean, I would like to be able to see most things, but my fingers have done plenty of work. I'm pretty sure I could feel around and find something.
Does anyone have magical darkness? Like magical dark vision? Anyone at all?
No, I don't think I do.
No, if half elf or ash elves do.
I think Chris actually does. Hold on.
Oh, I forgot to get a chance.
Yes, because you follow Emerald. Alright, Silver, as you're looking at this place, you can see everything. Within a 10-foot radius, you can see everything. And what you can see is an old-looking pathway leading down to some other area. Everyone else just sees nothing.
What are you guys talking about? Do you not obviously see the pathway in front of you?
Sadly, no, but I'm guessing you can see all this.
I can. Not all of it, though.
Well then, I think we know who our frontline leader is for the time being. I believe it's you, Silver. If
Okay.
that is...
I'd like.
My
There's
friend.
one thing I can try.
Sid.
Okay, what are you trying, White Paw?
I know it's not likely to work, but I'll cast light.
As you attempt to cast light, the darkness snuffs it out instantly.
I would like to make a martial check
On what?
on that. I forgot his name, but the white ethereal being.
He didn't tell you his name.
Yes.
All he said was that he's a prince. And go ahead.
It's my wisdom modifier, and I'm proficient in it, so it's.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I'm Ash Elf.
Ash elves don't get proficiency in martial, do they?
They have advantage. Oh, they have advantage on martial checks. Okay. Roll
Wait, what's your
one.
background?
What do you mean my background?
What background did you take? Because did you
I
take a
got the one
fall
with-
eye? What's your
I'm trying to
background?
look now. Hold up. I gotta look now because I gotta go to my backgrounds because it gave me the stealth advantage. So I took Novalani.
Oh, right. Okay. Because there's one that gives you proficiency in martial checks. Okay, you have
No, I
advantage.
got advantage on it. Yeah.
Yeah, you have
so
advantage. So
+2 because my wisdom is 2, right?
don't forget to do it in D&D rolls.
Ah, shit.
Oh my god.
Well, I got advantage, so hold up. I'll roll my advantage there.
You had one job, my good friend. One job.
Okay.
Damn.
Roll again.
Nope, whoa.
Nice one. One. That's
I
wrong.
typed a 0.
Yeah, that's wrong. That doesn't.
I forgot
look
I have
quite
to
right.
backspace.
One of these things is not
Oh
like me.
my god! All right, Askell. As you look at the white ethereal being, neat.
All right. The skull will just glance at him and be like, "What the fuck are we getting into?"
The ethereal being will look at Silver and say, you can see in this place."
Of course. Dear Prince, may I ask of your name?
My name is, and you hear nothing as he says it.
Come again.
He will say it again, but you hear nothing.
Come again.
Something tells me whenever he says it, it doesn't come out.
What are you the prince of?
I am the prince of, and the name doesn't come out.
Is something stopping that? Anything magical? Can I do an Arcana check to see if
Sure.
anything's
Go ahead.
happening? Okay, I'll use real dice. That was a 2 plus plus 2. That's 4.
Wonder why that's happening. Certainly magic.
I wonder if we can't know it unless we save it.
The skull loses interest very easily and just says, alright, well, if we're not getting information from this, let's follow a path, let's see where we're going. Find clues, I guess.
I know she probably doesn't want to be, but Silver seems to know her way around this place because she can see it. So I guess she needs to lead the way for us to
I
do
can
it.
see the
There's the follow.
path as well.
Oh yes, of course. It's just, in the way of like when we detect danger or something, like she'll be able to see it coming. We may not be able to see that.
Very fair. I will let her lead. And he will step behind Silver.
You
All right.
guys really had to choose me.
We are very sorry, but you can see the path. You kind of do have ways of us to see. We can't really see what's coming ahead, or if there's any danger coming ahead. You can, so it was kind of really. I'm trying to say not forced on you, but it's kind of what has
It
happened.
makes the most tactical sense.
There we go. Thank you. Yes.
Believe you
What-
me,
what-
if
what
I was
else?
able to see something, I would do it. But I can't, so I'm just
Alright.
following you guys at this point.
So, you're walking down the pathway. Alright, and as you're walking down the pathway,
Here comes a giant fist.
Okay. That is nothing. Okay. As you're walking down the pathway, it seems straightforward. Silver, as you're looking at the ground, there's like cracked marble stone and everything like that. And eventually, you guys get to a pathway that splits into two, and the creature will point to the right, and you begin walking down the right pathway.
Can I do an investigation check as we're looking around, as we're walking, so that way I can like get insight of what's
Well,
around and.
the only person that would be allowed to do that currently is Silver, because
Oh,
she
we
can
can't
actually see.
Oh, I thought we like could generally see like what is just like around us, not. Like,
Nope,
never mind.
you
Never mind.
can't see anything. It's almost as
Damn.
if you were blind. You can see each other though, and
Oh.
the being.
Then on our way walking, can I take out my weapon and talk to it?
Sure.
I wanted to ask it, are you getting anything from all this?
Well, as you pull out your weapon, the pathway is visible to you now.
What the fuck? I start like smacking my weapon. I'm like, what is this shit?
I am helping you.
Okay, so can you tell me what's going on?
No. I can't see.
Okay, well, that you're useless. I put it back on my sheath while holding it so I can still see, and I will continue to follow with not saying anything.
Alright. As you begin to continue to follow the creature, eventually, Silver, as you're walking down that pathway, at the end of the pathway, you can see a massive castle. It seems to be destroyed, and it's basically on fire, and everything is falling apart and everything like that. And you see something really weird on the very corner of your vision. You can see a symbol.
I just stop and stand there frozen.
And
What's on the go?
specifically, that symbol is a black ethereal star.
Guys, stop.
Is something the matter? I mean,
A tear leaks out of her eye, and she just turns and looks at the prince, holding her hand over her heart. I'm so sorry.
I do not know what you are talking about. The castle is fine.
She looks back at the castle and confused and shakes her head. What do you mean? You can't see all the destruction?
What do you mean, destruction? I see my castle.
This doesn't make any sense. You see one thing and I see another.
The rest of us see nothing.
And see a castle. The prince's castle. It's falling apart. There's fire. There's so much damage everywhere.
something. I'm sorry to say this, Prince, but fire and an entire castle falling to ruins, that's genuinely not a good thing. That's actually quite bad.
Is that what it looks like to you all the time?
I see a perfectly fine castle. I do not see what you are seeing.
Can I like look into more detail, like see if I can like
Well,
notice?
as you're holding your sword, it will light up your eyes, and you can see the entire castle. It is absolutely destroyed. Nothing remains. The only thing that remains is the symbol of the black star on the castle gate.
And the blade doesn't tell me anything about that.
No, it just is showing you what you can't see because
Okay.
it's a being that lives inside of a sword, so it can't actually see. So it's letting you see for it.
Oh, so it can see through me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like I should just start calling this ethereal creature the Prince of Darkness, since that's all you guys can see.
But I am the prince
Accurate for
of.
sure.
The creature says, "But I am the prince of."
I don't
Why?
suppose we can call you the Prince of Redacted, can we?
Do I see Askal holding his sword?
Yeah, it's pretty obvious.
Silver snaps her head around. Quiet. This is not a joking matter.
Are
The
we
creature
sure
will
he's still alive?
the creature will begin to walk into his castle, and you can see, both of you guys can visibly see, uh, the castle instantly repairing itself um, as if something was completed.
I take a deep breath and hold it, wondering what the fuck is going on.
But there's one
this
thing
is
that
a load
still
of bullshit.
remains on the castle, even if it's rebuilt: the black ethereal star. Do
How
you
far
follow
is
the
this
creature?
star? Where is it at exactly?
It is on the castle front gate.
I will go up to the star.
All right. As you walk up to the star, you can feel a visible magical pulse.
First thing a skull will do is whip out his blade and try to slash the star.
As you attempt to slash the star, your blade goes through nothing.
What are you doing?
Well, I can see this. I forgot to mention that, but yeah. Just testing something out.
Prince, what does this symbol mean?
What symbol? I see none.
How do I know we can trust you?
You don't.
And you guys chose me to lead because I could see. Yet we follow this creature into a portal to nothingness.
And
He
you're
asked,
getting mad at us like we're supposed to know more than you.
What
We're
do you
blind.
mean?
We're just as blind as you are. We can't exactly choose who we get our coin from, can we?
Guys, out of all
We hear good payment, we choose the good payment. Can't exactly choose anything else, can we?
not all of us are in for the payment. She looks over at Ascal.
The white ethereal being will look back as you say that. What is this place? And it will simply say, "What do you mean? You are on the city of Akai."
Kai.
This is not the city of Akai, by the way. The city of Akai is on the warrior world.
Would I know anything about the city of Akai?
Are you from there?
I do not know.
What is your background that you chose?
Oh, Valkyne. Valkyne.
Nope. Then you don't know anything about the city of Akai.
So technically, my blade would know a bit of Akai because of the name Devious Nombra Akai. Que no?
Yeah. Do you ask your blade about it?
Yes, because he told me the name when I made a pact with him, so I know the name Akai from somewhere.
All right. As you speak the name of Akai to the blade, it will simply just say, "This is not Akai."
Then what is it?
There is absolutely zero magical force of Akai here, and our prince was long gone. Family to the Akais. He's long dead. Lost to
So
the
is this
oblivion.
but an image?
I do not know. But for some reason, I feel like I am home.
I'm gonna take out the one platinum piece that the guy gave me, and I'm gonna literally try to bend the shit out of it if I can.
It bends. It's real.
Can I? Oh, okay. The skull is just a little more pissed off about all this.
I turned and look at it. I turn and look. Are you talking to your sword?
Listen, don't ask questions. Just know that apparently this place is, it is what it is, but it isn't. Let's just say that. Basically,
What do you mean
there's
by
no,
that?
basically a Kai. There's no presence here of a Kai. There's no magical essence or anything like that. But yet, it is a feel of a Kai, something that you know. If you know, you know. I guess.
She glares and then turns to the prince. What are you talking about? First you tell us this is a Kai, then this crazy man with a sword that talks to him says this isn't a Kai. Where are we?
I promise you, you are within Akai. I am just a simple creature. A simple man.
Simple creature, simple man, but yet you're a prince. And if the prince of Akai who is who they say they are, if you spoke your name and you can't even tell us this, but yet I know the name.
Can I do an inside check on the guy who says he is the prince?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Can I do it as well? Because I'm
Yeah.
looking at the sucker.
Ooh! And that's 13 plus 2, 15.
Oh my god. Alright, both of you are staring into this man's fucking soul. This guy truly believes that he is the Prince of Akai. He has no falseness or anything in his voice. He just simply believes that everything that he is saying is true.
Ah, god damn it, Ben.
Does anyone else think we should keep following him, at least for the moment? We may learn more if he takes us to the destination he spoke of.
This is the destination.
Ascal is very suspicious of all this, and even though he got 2 platinum for this, he's at this point, kind of angered at all this because none of it's making sense to him, and it's just angering him. So, I hate that I have to do this. Ascal is gonna take out his blade and attempt to make an attack on this creature.
Alright, go ahead.
What are you...
Make an attack roll.
Damn!
As you slash at the creature, it grasps your blade and stabs it into its chest. The white
What are you doing?
The white ethereal being will hold on to the blade, holding on to the fire, and suddenly you see everything. And it will say, "Do you see? I am not lying to you." You can see the castle, and you can see Akai, and your blade is basically screaming at you now.
What is the blade screaming at me at this point?
He is saying, it can't be real. This can't be. Home?
If this is home and this is the prince, would this be your master?
No.
Do you sense that?
No, this is not
Is it
him.
really home then?
My master lives within a creature at the moment.
Escal will pull, the blade out of his chest, forcibly, and
Also, as you stabbed into him, you could actually see who he was. You saw a demon-like figure with very with his left eye was green and his right eye was red.
oh, okay. Well, then I keep the blade in his chest then, and I will attempt to grab his neck.
As you attempt to do that, in your sight you see it, but the creature is just simply saying, "You cannot harm me, even if you wish to. I have no real body."
I will look back at the others and tell them, I don't know what the fuck's going on here, but this is some demon-looking motherfucker, and I ain't having this shit.
Yes, because everyone in Kai is demons.
I'm going to walk over to where Pascal is, grab the hat, grab the hilt, grab the.
All right.
Oh.
As
Oh,
you
oh,
as soon as you
Go-
grab the hilt,
go.
hold on. As soon as you grab the hilt, this is a very, very bad situation. All right, roll the damage, Quentin.
Oh god. Do I just do it like an attack roll? Or does he take the
Hold
crit?
on. I'll roll it. All right, Mitchie, as you attempt to grab the hilt
Oh,
of the sword, your hand is nearly burned to cinders, and you take 3 hellfire damage.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. I won't say anything. Never mind.
So much is going on through my head. Confusion, anger at the skull.
I'm just going to look now, not touching his blade, and just go, whatever the fuck you are doing, get your blade out of the creature now.
Well, now that he tried to grab my hilt, my hand's like off the blade, so I will just call the blade back to my hand.
All right, you call the blade back to your hand, and you stop seeing everything. But also, Mitchie, as you attempted to place your hand on the hilt, you could also see everything.
If I only got like if I only got a glimpse of everything,
Yeah, you got a very, very swift glimpse.
I'm going to look over at the prince and go, right, we can keep doing your little game here, or you can stop fannying about and actually tell us why the hell we are here.
I was about to, and then you kept doing what you were doing.
It's not wrong.
He will simply just gesture around him and say, "This is my palace, and this is where I must stay. But
Okay,
I
then
have
stay.
something for you." And he will pull out a scroll. "This is the last thing that I had on my body before I awoke here."
How do you have it now?
It was just simply laying next to my bed.
And I take the scroll and start reading it.
Yeah. The scroll reads this.
Are you being kind enough to read it out loud?
I'm
I will
typing
be.
it. That is what the scroll says. In D&D rolls. It says, Alasandai, Ektai, Naktai, Yoradai.
I'm just gonna look and be like, Okay, righty. Anyone else know how to read mumbo jumbo? Anybody?
Does anyone
The prince,
here
perhaps?
understand Elvish?
Yes.
Oh, I understand Elvish.
Oh, well then it simply reads, uh, to the north, your quest awaits. The white star may lead your way.
I'm going
I
to look and go.
But
Um,
in it's very very hard to read even if it's in Elvish because it is like an old version of Elvish.
Would I technically be able to read it with my other language? I don't know what Sharkai is.
No,
No, okay.
actually, if you know Sharkai, you fully understand it.
Yeah.
This is what the scroll says is our final resting place is upon the white star. To get there, you must head north.
I guess I see this by looking over Mitchie's shoulder.
Yeah.
The skull will look at
Right.
it and be like, "All right, it says we gotta head north to a star,
What star?
a white
it
star."
says the White Star, if I'm reading that correctly.
Now you are.
I look over at them and then I look over at the prince and blink. But there is no white star. There's only a black star on the gate.
I do
Well, we
not
have to
see
head
the
north.
black star that you are talking about.
Well, what if we follow that black star? I mean,
It says
The black
I know
star
it.
gate. I already tried to slash it. There's no point.
I know it's no. I know it says follow the White Star, but what if it's blackened because of this? What if we have to follow that star, and it will go white again once we've completed our mission here?
what about the other path? There was another pathway. This
The-
prince led us down this path. She looks over at the prince. What about the other path? What was down there?
Nothing.
Nothing.
He's telling
Nothing
the
that you
truth.
can see.
How can there be a path to nothing?
For a path
I'm
to be
done
made,
questioning this fool.
you must
At this
have
point,
the
he doesn't
magic
even
for
know
it.
what he's talking about. We might as well just follow what the scroll says and see if it gets us the fuck out of here.
She shoves her hand over Eskel's mouth. Quiet.
The skull just winces his eyes. Would you like to hold my weapon?
No.
the asshole way of saying, "Would you like to burn?"
I'd recommend not doing that. As I discreetly try and wrap my hand in something to basically hold off the burning.
Oh, you're in excruciating pain. There's no fucking way you're gonna be able to get help for that.
I'm at least wrapping it in something just so that I can be like.
How's
just
your
so
hand?
the fact like, yeah, this isn't hurting at all. It totally doesn't hurt.
Would I be able to do something about that?
Only
I
if you
see him in
choose
pain?
to.
The skull has a little bit of empathy after he notices like he's holding his hand after, silver covered his mouth. He's just gonna, move away from that and, walk up to his hand and be like, just don't touch my blade next time.
All right. You simply consume the fire from his hand, and Mitchie, you are fully healed.
Oh, okay. We'll get my 3 hit points back.
But you can hear a voice inside of your head that says, "Don't touch me again, or it'll be worse."
I'm just gonna go and go. Something tells me that was your blade telling me not to ever hold you again. And for that, I will never hold it again.
Hold me again?
We'll hold the blade again.
Okay, I'm just saying, don't fucking touch me.
All right.
I walk over. Woo!
Go ahead, Silver.
Kind Prince, would you know which way is north?
That way. He points north.
And someone who can see, what's it look like in that direction?
Yeah, Silver,
You
lead the
can.
way.
So, as you're looking out that way, Silver, you can see he's pointing past the castle out of the back gate, where a path leads almost directly north. And as you're looking down that way, you can see very, very dim in the distance a white ethereal star.
I guess Mitchie was right. We do have to go through the gate. There's something
Well, if you'd
white
be ever
on.
so kind as to lead the way yourself, or the prince, or
I must stay
the man who
here.
likes to talk to his sword.
I can't see anything. I don't know what you're talking about.
Prince, is there any way we are going to... anyone else is going to be able to see what I see?
I simply do not know the powers that you have, unfortunately. I cannot give powers that I do not understand of. It would take me much time to study you.
So what powers can you give that you do understand, then?
He looks at Askel and says, nothing that I can give to you.
Oh, right. Blah, blah. I'm
She-
holding the blade.
Silver will walk over to the prince, and since the blade went through and through both the star and the prince, she's wondering if her hand is going to go through him like a ghost, since he is a demon.
You attempt to touch the prince?
Yeah.
Alright. He grabs your hand. And then, as he grabs your hand, you can see him. The black-looking demon with green and red eyes looking back at you. And you also can see the old castle that used to stand there. Looks pretty fancy.
You can see everything, but all I can see is destruction. I don't know why you can see everything restored, but all I see is total shambles. She looks confused and looks back at the prince.
I can tell you one thing. Perhaps if one of you does good enough during this quest, I will give you a power far beyond many understanding.
Yeah, I'm going to pass on that. Last time that happened to me was not a good experience, and I
And
choose not to.
suddenly, it will
again.
open its left hand, and an ethereal white bowl will be there.
On second thought, I have changed my mind.
Does that come with the job?
Perhaps, but sadly, Askel, I cannot give it to you.
I really don't care if you give it to me or not.
You
much is
tried
that?
attacking him.
That is not the reason I cannot give it to him. Do you specifically look at Askel, Chris?
No, I'm still staring at the prince, but say it
Can I
as
say
to...
something to him in a different language?
Sure.
I want to say something to him in Sharkai. And what I'll say to him is... of all the things demons would be doing, and you don't even know where you are, what is the exact point of all this?
It seems that he does not understand you, and he just looks at you.
Damn. Gives a scroll shark eye on it, and yet he don't know.
Something tells me if we follow if we follow whatever the scroll has said, follow the White Star to to whatever their resting place is, then something tells me we should be able to get there at least and kind of figure out what's going on.
This creature has asked us to help, and this is the way we do it.
I'm down to get out of here. I'm tired of this place already.
Maybe if we help him figure this out, then the faster we can leave.
All right. Do you all start heading north?
I'll start heading north.
Does everyone else follow?
Well, I mean, we can't see. Besides,
You and Silver.
well, they don't know that. Kinda.
Silver, after you.
I walk forward and push on the gate gently.
All right. Role play for a little bit because I'm gonna go to the bathroom. So like talk to each other and shit.
This should be.
Talking on our way to the gate.
Well, this is interesting. I mean, we've had a kind of a rough introductions, but I believe we've all I believe we've all kind of got we've all kind of got an introduction to who we are and how we act around people. I think so.
Silver rolls her eyes. I know that I want you guys to stay away from me. I am not a people person. I do not like people.
Well, as long as you keep yourself in good health, you won't need to hear from me.
As long as it comes to as long as it doesn't, if it comes to healing you after a battle or doing anything like that, I will probably have to come and help you a little bit. But apart from that, you will probably not hear a peep out of me.
Another healer in the group. That's good to hear.
Yeah, well, I dabble in all types of magicry, but I do tend to like a bit of I do tend to like healing people up after a bit of a scrap in the streets.
But you couldn't even heal
to hear.
yourself.
Of course, I can heal myself.
All right. I'm back. So, you begin to walk down the path to the north. And as you are walking, both Askell and Silver begin to see the once black cobblestone path turn into a white and blue marble path. And as you begin to walk down this long pathway, you come across a camp. This camp has a visibly lit fire by ethereal fire, but this fire is white, and there are clear beds and tents and other things around the camp, and there are even leftover weapons from perhaps someone being here before. There also seems to be, in one of the tents, something glowing inside.
I forgot I don't have a sword. It's a trident now. That's right. Sorry.
Damn hexblades.
No, I just forgot because the weapon's originally a trident, and I told Ben to keep it a trident because I thought it would be cool.
So it's still only the two people who can see the camp, or because of the ethereal fire?
Everyone can see the camp now because of the fire.
What kind of weapons are laying about? Are they fit to use?
They do seem fit to use. However, they look very, very worn. Like there's rust on them. It's almost as if they haven't been touched in like years. They don't look sharp. They're rusted. Some of them even have like a little bit of moss growing on them.
Can a skull like commune with his blade to see if the blade senses anything worth value here?
It just it basically face palms and says, there's a shining light in one of the tents. What do you think?
The skull just immediately walks to it then.
Alright. As you walk into the tent, you can see a ring.
Skull picks it up, puts it on.
Before you pick it on, do you put it on? Do you read what it has on it or look at it at all?
You would look for a minute, not a full
Alright.
glance.
It has this name written on the inside of it.
Ah,
And the gem on the very top of it is an opal. Or sorry,
well,
it is an onyx. My bad.
noticing it, my character would notice it right away and tell the blade. So, your master's name's on this.
Which is exactly why I told you to go get it.
Well, I'm your man. I'm holding you. I'm holding his ring. I don't know. I just walk out the tent. Don't say anything.
Is the glowing light still emanating from the ring that's now on his finger?
Yeah, and now that he has it on his finger, you can see everything around Askel. Or Escal? I'm pretty sure I've been saying it wrong this entire time. Escal. You can see everything. All of you can. Specifically, it is a 30-foot radius.
As I'm noticing, that I'm glowing, I'll be like, yeah. So the ring has the same name as my blade's master. So, yeah.
Well, whatever the master did, it's also made a ring that made it so then we can all see better.
I mean, so long as you're around me, I guess. I mean,
Maybe it's
Well-
like a light radius.
At least I can see on my own and don't have to worry about getting around you then.
I'm gonna ignore that, but... Alright. Where are we going now?
We'll follow
talked
the
about
path.
Blade. There was no other thing really worthwhile here, unless you guys want to pick the rest of the stuff up to see, because if any of this is real and they haven't been touched for centuries, we can probably make a good buck off this shit for someone who wants it. Artifacts or whatever it is, just for whatever purpose. Museums.
Right. Can I do an investigation check to see if I find anything?
Sure. Would you like to do an investigation check on the camp, not the champ?
Yeah, sure. I'll do it on the camp.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna be checking too, just because I know money is here for any
13.
weapon.
Hold on. I think my mom just called for me. Just a sec.
They're really bad. I don't know how to do checks.
Don't know how to do what?
Checks.
Oh, checks. Yeah, no, fucking all my shit's low right now. I don't know why. Quentin,
I
you
don't
got
know
like
how to do
good
that.
rolls.
Chris, if you want to do checks, it's exclamation point check space the check in D&D rolls.
Mm.
Specifically, you would type it like this.
Okay. Without the periods. Gotcha.
Oh no, we lost someone.
That's White Paw.
Jed.
Papa. I just want to state, out of context, this is my asshole character. This is the first time I've ever got to play one.
Coming!
And Quentin's my only good character.
This is the last time. This is the first time I've ever played a. This is the first time I've ever played a character like this. So I usually play frontline hitters that can take loads of damage. So playing someone who isn't like that is a bit.
That's a good roll.
Whoa.
Damn.
Holy shit!
All right.
Alright, Silver. You fucking searched that goddamn camp.
Welcome back.
You go ham on that goddamn shit. You look in every fucking nook and cranny and you don't find shit.
Well, I guess that was a waste of time.
But in the last spot that you look, you find a symbol.
Another one.
But this time, it is carved from wood, and it seems that it has not been touched at all. And specifically, this symbol has a 12-pointed star on it. And now that you're realizing it, there were 12 weapons whenever you first went into the camp.
Some sort of order.
White Paw,
Oops.
you're also there with Silver and find the exact same symbol with her.
Skull's just picking up whatever random weapons he can throw into his bag to sell.
Alright, as you pick up the weapons, you can feel a magical presence stopping you from picking them up.
Am I able to pick up the symbol, or is it just carved into wood?
You can pick up the symbol. It's a wooden symbol, is what I was trying to say.
I'll pick it up.
Alright.
Perhaps the prince or one of the others can tell us more about it. The strange one who talks to his sword seems to know more about this realm than he's letting on.
Will be whipping out his sword during this time that White Paw's saying this, and he's going to be trying to pry one of the weapons that he can't pick up off the ground from the ground with the weapon, and then like on his other hand with the ring, kind of like pry it.
Alright, you go weapon to weapon, and eventually, on the 8th weapon, you simply pull it out of the ground.
What kind of weapon is it?
It is a longsword.
Alright. I'm putting this rusted longsword in my inventory.
Okay.
I will walk out of the tent and go over to where Escal is and set the star down and kind of in between all of the weapons.
As you set the star down in the middle of the weapons, the symbol lights up.
Well, this can't be good.
And specifically, on the first point, so from 1st to 12th point in order are these colors: blue, green, yellow, orange, purple, white, red, black, light blue, gray, scarlet, and jade.
I look up at Escal and did you
Am I
pick up
glowing?
The sword in your pockets are.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, am I glowing from it?
Yeah, it's glowing a
Gosh.
black ethereal light. And the rest of the swords from left to right are glowing the respective colors.
Alright, what were you asking me, Silver? Sorry.
Why did you pick that up?
because I can. It was like the only one I could pick up.
Put it back. Maybe some sort of piece to a puzzle.
Piece to a puzzle. I'll like whip it out and like basically just look at the 12-point star and connect it to the same color star as the point of the blade. Like I'll poke it.
The sword disappears.
Well,
And
there you go.
it is then placed in its place again. And suddenly... Hold on, sorry.
Something tells me something bad's about to happen.
Suddenly,
Like,
as you set the sword down upon the point, and it places itself within the earth again, the entire area begins to light up, and you see 12 shadows sitting around the exact same camp that you are sitting at, talking to one another, laughing, drinking, telling campfire stories. But there's one singular shadow that stands out the most. Upon the 8th person, a demon-like creature sits holding a book, reading from it.
Kinda-
Good.
Go ahead, Silver.
I kind of gasp and back up, taking all of it in, looking around at each of the 12 shadows.
Because I was able to pry that black blade up with the sword and the ring, obviously, drawing connections to the black and that character, I whip out my blade and say, "What is all this? Is that person relevant?"
That is him. That is Thievius Nombra Akai.
So the master of my blade, that's this figure.
Does he look much like the prince?
Yes, in fact, he almost looks exactly the same.
But it's not him. So I don't know what's going on here. I'm looking at this, and the blade just telling me that it feels at home here, and also not, and I don't know. And I will go and try
Get
to
some
pick
sort of memory. Temporal or spiritual magic of some kind?
I'm guessing this may be an image before whatever happened to them happened. I mean, maybe like it's showing what they were doing before the night of their demise.
Hello? Suddenly you hear a voice.
I look up.
There's no one around you.
Hello?
Can I start
Greetings.
an investigation check,
Make a perception check.
perception check.
Can I do one as well?
Yeah,
Okay.
everyone can if they want to.
Hey.
ERC should work, or do I need to get all of perception?
Do what now?
Horrible rolls today. Oh damn.
Oh, damn, you rolled a nat 20. Fuck. Alright. You believe that the person that is sitting around the camp is talking. But you can hear him. And suddenly, as you listen closer, you can begin to hear even more. So, I was thinking that, the 12 of us, we are friends, yeah? And the shadows seem to respond with something, but you can't hear it. And the man says, I'm glad that we are. I've been researching on this thing known as hope. It's some sort of force that can save us all. You know how there were two brothers that made the world and all that stuff? All that story, well, it's true. And you see, I know how to infuse blades with stars. I can actually do this. And the shadows seem to respond with something, and the man will say, "What? Why not? Why do you not want me to do this? We could save the world. We could save so many people."
As he's telling his story, I'll sit down near and listen.
And
I'm gonna
he will
I'm gonna crouch. I'm gonna crouch in front of that shadow that's talking.
and suddenly, upon the third person suddenly summoned before you, is a person that is wielding a scythe with a mask over their face, who almost looks like the Reaper of Death. However, it is not the shadow that you were originally looking at. And that shadow seems to respond with something, but you can't hear it. And then the person that you are all sitting around will continue, and he will say, "But I promise, nothing bad could happen here. I will save the world. I will make sure that there is nothing, no fear, no nothing. We will only have joy and happiness. I want to stay friends with you, all of you. And I want to continue my journey. But with the way that the world is now, I don't know what we can do." And he seems to say two names, and you can't quite hear them. But he will begin to speak after he says those names, and he says, "They are after us. They are attempting to consume the world in evil." And the shadows seem to respond, and he says, "But we cannot win. We must do this. I promise I can do it."
As I sit listening to him talk to the others, even though we can't hear them, I try to touch the shadow to see if it's solid or if it can't do anything.
As you touch the shadow, it becomes real. And you see, in hashtag D&D pics, give me just a second, suddenly appearing before you, as you touch the shadow, is this guy.
You already put in D&D pics?
It's sending.
Mm.
Oh, okay. I was like, what?
Mhm.
Damn, this will be slow today.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, does my blade do anything?
Yeah, your blade's freaking the fuck out.
Does it say anything?
No, but it's freaking out.
Do I, like, know this as being him? Because
Yeah.
the fact...
Yep.
So if I sense it's real, my character's just gonna walk up to him and try to hand him the blade.
Nothing seems to happen as you do that. But now that you can see him, he will say, he will continue, and he will continue speaking to the 12 shadows. And he will say, "Trust me, I can even make a prism of light where we can all be together strong. All of us, we can become colors." And the shadows seem to respond with something and say, and he will reply, "Do not worry. Cole and Malcolm will do nothing about this. They will have no ear. I will ensure that the gods do not fear us. We may even be stronger than the gods. Who knows?" And the shadows seem to respond, and They keep doing this back and forth of complaining and arguing. Then finally, the man that is sitting there now, he will reply, "Okay, fine, I'll stop. But if it ever gets to the point of everyone losing hope, I'm doing it." And then the shadows fade. And the symbol stops to glow.
I'll reach down and pick the symbol back up and pocket it.
Gull is just like talking to his blade again and basically asking him for more information about this if he knows anything about it.
It seems like your blade knows nothing about this. In fact, your blade tells you that he doesn't even remember this happening. And as you realize it, the guy that you're looking for probably didn't own the blade at this time, is why it doesn't remember it.
Hmm.
I'm gonna quickly check the 12 weapons to see if any of them still move.
They are still stuck heavy in the ground.
I look at Askel and kind of chuckle. Ha, see? Told you it was a puzzle.
I mean, technically I activated it, so if you couldn't pick up a weapon to do something with it, then who solved the puzzle?
Well,
and
you
Skull will
picked
go
it
back
up.
to the blade while saying that and trying to pick it up with his sword in the ring again.
It is stuck.
Damn.
I look over at him and look and touch the symbol through. Touch the wooden symbol in the pocket and look back at him and say, "This is what activated it."
Your point is? Why don't you try to use it to pick up one of these weapons? Maybe it's something useful.
She shakes her head, no, and you're just being greedy. All you want to do is sell it. There's something going on here that we don't understand yet.
There's also a chance that if we can't lift up these weapons right now, they could be very powerful. If we're going on some type of quest right now, we might as well see what we can do about it. Instead of leaving weapons here. They may be rusted, but there could be some actual value to them. They just glue color.
But why would you need any other weapon? You carry that around with you. That's not a sword that you keep sheathed and just use it for entertainment shows.
Suddenly,
That's
as you were talking
out.
about weapons, one of the weapons will become a blade made of stars.
You already know Skull's just like going for that
And
shit.
specifically, it is on the fourth. It's the fourth weapon.
I pick it up.
As you begin to try to touch it, nothing seems to happen.
I kind of smile and think back of the shadow. The Prince Akai, he said he'd do it, and he did.
He made a sword of He made a weapon of complete stars.
I can hold this blade, I can hold that one. And I try to lift it.
As you attempt to lift the blade, you are fracked. Suddenly, instead of Ascal standing before you all, you see a pixie holding the star blade. And suddenly, Quentin, you feel the power of the star blade enter your body. And once again, Ascal is standing before you, and the star blade is gone.
What did you do?
What the hell just happened?
Saw some little fairy boy.
You didn't see anything.
Oh, I thought. Oh, so Quentin saw me.
Quentin Quentin was just there and he picked up the Starblade, and now you have it.
Oh, okay. So wait, I didn't see him do it. He just came in, did it, and left.
Yep.
God damn it.
You were fracted.
Ah. So the Skull's just kind of like pissed off right now because he don't know what the fuck happened. And when you guys asked him like what happened, he's just like, it's just more bullshit. I don't know what's going on.
You
I don't
just
know.
bury into your body when you picked up the blade.
I don't know how you have any connection with that sword of yours, or why you can talk to it, or the fact that you were able to pick up the sword and the ring in the first place.
The
But it's
fact is,
connected.
it's not mine. The blade's not mine. The black figure holding the book, this is the blade's rightful owner. It doesn't seem
How
to
did you?
know anything regarding this whole scene that we just watched, but apparently maybe it is at a different time point that he owned this blade. But
Maybe that's why you can do it. Think about it. He said he can make a weapon completely out of stars. If he really made that blade and he made the ring, then I'm guessing that you're able to pick up the star blade because it's linked to the guy who made your blade.
no, the blade's not here. It disappeared. As soon as I tried to touch it, it just vanished.
Maybe it's
Okay, so to be clear, it vanished when the pixie took it. When the pixie touched the Starblade, it vanished with the pixie. To be clear to everyone else. So technically Escal is lying.
Wait, I am confused now because you said Quentin appeared, took it, and left.
Yeah. You have a
But I didn't
Starblade
notice it.
now. But yes, because refracting means that the character that you're currently playing, Escal, is not conscious, and instead Quentin is.
Oh.
So now Quentin has a Starblade and Escal does not.
I'm lost.
Basically, this is my way of. This was my chance of giving you the Starblade because I didn't want to do it tomorrow.
Okay, so Escal doesn't have it on him.
Quentin
It's
does.
gone. Quentin does, but Quentin's not here.
Not anymore.
Yes. So did anyone notice Quentin being here?
Yeah, everyone else but you.
Okay. So I didn't know.
Yeah, everyone else did.
That's what I'm saying is, I guess my character will say,
Your character basically just it's almost as if you don't remember touching it.
okay, I can work with that. So what?
I
Go
say
ahead.
we forward.
Go.
What was the question again?
And,
Where did
Oh, and by the way, Silver, now that you are looking at Escal, you can see the same fairy floating behind him.
She kind of giggles to herself and turns back toward the north. Come on, guys. I think we should head to the north.
that's what you all want?
I'm over all this. Let's go.
Yeah, start following Silver.
Alright. You head the rest of the way north to the white, shining star. And suddenly, you all can see now. You enter a white cathedral. Everything around you is different. You can see paintings and portraits and everything like that. But the most important thing that you see is a throne in the center of the room.
This must be the Prince of Akai's throne.
and specifically, the paintings show the god Yellow, Ben, and Benamon.
Can I do an investigation check?
On the room?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Oh, Ben, check D&D rolls.
I'm in general. Fuck. There's nothing of value at the paintings. They're just basic paintings. But, Silver, as you are looking around the room and exploring the room itself, you begin to feel that this is not the throne room of the prince that you were with before, but perhaps a different person's throne room. In fact, you believe that the reason that the prince stayed behind is because he couldn't go here. But for some reason, he knows that the answer to his people are there, or is there. There also is a stairway that no one else saw before, leading down to a basement.
I'll head down there.
Only Silver knows where it is.
Hee.
Oh.
I look at the others and walk around until they seem like they're distracted.
Well, Skull is looking for like anything like worth value or anything worth anything. So he's looking everywhere. So I guess investigation or perception check to see if I notice it.
I'll tell you this: there in this room, there's only the throne and the paintings. So the only thing that you could get worth out of is the throne. But good luck fucking picking that shit up.
Hey, I got strength. How heavy is that shit?
Make me a strength check.
I can lift up a max of 315.
Make me a strength check. Yep. Your fucking noodle arms fail you.
Noodle arms, why?
I watch him struggle and just laugh at his weakness.
As I see that, I'm just going to go, what on utter earth do you think was going to happen? That you were suddenly going to become the bloody Hercules and lift the thing?
Listen. It could be worth value.
So
Does anyone
what if
see
it's worth
an
value?
exit to this
You
room?
have some platinum.
Did the scroll not mention remains? Perhaps we're looking for a crypt?
It only said to follow the path to the White Star, to head north.
But the prince specifically said that there is a crypt. Yes.
Can I look at the throne further to see if there's any like symbols or anything on it?
Sure. Make me an investigation check.
I'm looking for exits now since no one seems to be telling me anything.
You just missed a DC and you don't find one.
Damn it.
Quentin, or Eskel, however, as you were looking at the throne more in depth, you believe that there are symbols of Indonia on it.
Indonia. Do I know Indonia?
No. But
Can
somehow you know that there's symbols of Indonia. Your sword!
That's what I was gonna say. Can I like take my sword out and be like, what is this shit?
He would tell you that there's symbols of Indonia.
That's no help to me.
He just... And in your mind you can see the being inside just shrug.
Can I like touch these symbols?
Sure,
At
would you
all?
like to touch the symbol?
Yeah, why not?
All right, as you touch the symbol, ha ha ha, ha ha ha. Okay.
If he dies,
As you
if he
touch the
dies,
symbol, Iskal, your hand begins to heat up.
It just gets warm.
And then suddenly, you almost feel as if your hand is about to be set on fire.
I pull back and grab my blade with that hand, the one that starts to feel like it's on fire, and I will just make a slash at that marking.
Nothing seems to happen as you slash at it. In fact, a magical force field stops you before you can slash it.
Fucking hate this place. Are they all watching me?
Hmm?
Are they all just watching me like
Yeah.
as I'm doing this? Like,
I guess so.
When it seems like they're distracted, I'm gonna slip down the staircase quietly.
Alright.
I
As,
use.
as you make your way down the staircase, you do indeed find a crypt.
I will walk back up the stairs and lean against the wall and, "Hey, losers, what are you doing?"
More than you, Buttercup.
Are you sure about that?
the skull's gonna say, you know, you're a little too smart for your own good. And he's just gonna toss the blade, like, at her.
As you attempt to toss the blade at Silver, a magical force field stops it from hurting her.
Follow me.
So-
I found the crypt while you guys were rummaging around for who knows what.
I was actually trying to find the same thing you were.
Well, it seems you do have the best eyes here. Lead the way.
And Skull calls back his blade, and he's just like, let's just fucking go.
Alright. You begin to walk down the stairs and you see the crypt as I said before. But as you walk down, you can see that the sarcophagi are enlaced with marble and sapphire and all sorts of gems and money and all this other stuff on top of the sarcophagus. And it is a very long, very long line of sarcophagi. And the room is at least 2,000 feet long in each direction. And in the center of the entire room is a massive statue of the god Yellow. And behind him is a library.
I quickly look over behind me and look at Escal. Don't even think about it.
Is there any opal in this room?
Yes.
Keep your grubby little hands off of anything you might try and snag.
I'm going to look and just go. I know you said don't take any of the things, but you didn't say anything about reading the names on the actual sarcophaguses. And I'm going to start looking at the names that are put on the sarcophagus. So,
Hold on, I have to see how many actual sarcophagi I put in this room.
Move.
Alright, let's roll the table.
While Michi is telling Silver this question, Escal is already going to the first opal he can find.
I'm going to check out the library, see if there's any books that
The name
are
that
in
you
common
read is this.
I'm gonna follow White Paw into the library.
Is that who I think it is?
Nifus. I'm gonna look and go. Anyone here recognize the name Knifus?
You mean knives?
Whatever.
I'm going to look through the library.
All right. As you and White Paw are looking through the library, I need you to make me an investigation check to see if you can find anything important.
All right.
And Ascal, as you walk up to the first sarcophagi, oh my god, the first sarcophagi that you find with an opal, do you read the name on the
Yeah.
on it? All right, that name reads this.
Well, reading it, Akai with my ring, I'm gonna literally try to, with the ring, touch the sarcophagi.
Nothing seems to happen. Also, Silver, you find a book on the 12. Good job.
Hell yeah.
At this point,
I apparently can't look
no
for
one's
shit.
around him.
White Paw has their eyes closed and is just fumbling around the room.
Quentin opens the sarcophagi.
As you attempt to open up the sarcophagi, I will need a strength check.
God damn. Fucking give me a 1, why don't you?
Come on,
Hope your
Noodle.
noodly arms don't fail.
Wait a minute, I might be able to help.
+5, where you at?
Alright. How much can you lift?
315 pounds.
Alright. You just about make your push to make the lid of the sarcophagi fall over. And inside you do indeed see the skeletal figure of a demon-like woman, and in her hand she is holding a scepter made out of onyx.
I would look at it and Escal really doesn't give a shit, but he takes the scepter and then he looks around.
As you attempt to take the scepter, you can hear something in the back of your mind. If you touch that, I will kill you. Is your blade talking to you?
I make the blade touch it and say, "You're the one who touched it first."
You can see the image of the demon frowning at you.
You guys, no one's letting me have any fun here. Y'all.
I'm gonna sit down and start flipping through the pages, very carefully reading over everything in the book over the 12.
Boy! As you begin to read the book of the original 12, I get to reveal something special. As you sit down and begin to read the book, you begin to understand each of the one shadows can be overtaken by another shadow that is much more relevant than the other. Almost as if in a different timeline, in a different era, in a different way of fashion, in a different strength, in a different power. But all things tell you that this place is very, very old. Because you do not recognize any of the names in this book. The first one that you see is called Leones Platos. The second one that you see is called Ivan Maltos. Upon the third Upon the third one is... Hold on. I believe that this was... Yes. You simply see the name Gray. And I'll type out the first one too. It's this.
Yes, please. I'd like all of their names.
The fourth name that you see... Hold on, who originally had... I believe that this was... Yep. This was Olivia. On the fourth name that you see is simply Olivia. Upon the fifth name that you see, I believe this was... Yep, this was... On the fifth name you see Jason Verdum. On the sixth name you see... Hold on. Sorry, I'm looking through old notes that I have. On the sixth one you see Horace Horrorface. Or Horrorface. Yes, that is actually what his name was. Upon the eighth name you see upon the ninth name you see... Oh shit, I forgot the seventh. Oops. Upon the seventh name you see this name. Which is Ben and Nononon. Upon the ninth name you see... Lydia Shirley. Upon the 10th name, you see... Nope, I'm spelling it right. No, I'm spelling it wrong. It's, that is a wrong name. I'm thinking of something that I'm doing tomorrow. You see, upon the 10th name is Everly Greenhorn. Upon the 11th name, you see Scarlet Ruby. And upon the 12th name, you see Flower Livington.
Upon reading further, do I notice if any of them have had spouses?
Yes. In fact, almost every single one of them has had a spouse.
Are they listed in the book as well?
They are not, but it does say that they were married. Oh, actually, there is one that does have a name married next to it, but it's because okay, so on the last name written next to her name is the exact same name that you saw before. And it seems that Flower Livington and whoever this Ben Anonanon was were once married. And beside Flower's name, it says deceased. And specifically, it even describes Flower Livington was once a wonderful human who turned into a druidic nymph. After finding out the way of life through the living tree, she began to explore the outer worlds, where she met Benanonanon and fell in love immediately. The two connected very deeply and began to talk about the living tree, and talk about how its roots may run even deeper than they believed. They may even run into Yggdrasil itself. Eventually, Flower Livington sacrificed her life to save Benanonanon from the ever-ceaseless void of fear. She died a very honorable death by protecting her loved one. With all of her essence, she sealed away fear for 7 years.
I am going to take the book and I am going to close it gently to make sure that it doesn't get damaged. And I'm going to walk out of the library motioning for White Paw to follow and go find the others.
Not taking any of it, can I search through the gold around just to see what we're exactly dealing with here?
There is at least I believe in this crypt there is 100,000 platinum pieces worth of gold.
Ow.
The skull's still trying to talk with his blade and see if there's any sarcophagi he will allow him to touch.
No. The blade simply says no.
Whoever these people were, they could surely afford one hell of a place to live after they die.
I don't want to do it though.
Can you seriously not leave gold alone?
Alright, and it would be at this time that Silver and White Paw come wandering out of the library.
Find anything useful?
Alright.
Yes, actually. There were 12. 12 beings. Gods, maybe. I'm believing that's what the 12 weapons were for and the colors, and they're connected somehow.
Do you think they rest here?
Well, if they've died, yes.
As you say, do they rest here? Below the statue of Yellow, a very dim jade light begins to glow.
Oh wait, that was one of the colours of the marking. One of the markings was jade. Can I go over to where the jade light was?
Yes.
I'm going to walk over too and just go. Where'd I go?
At this point, a skull can care less for all the things going on. He's just
I am going to.
looking at everyone do everything because he's just pissed off.
Flower?
As you approach the sarcophagus and speak the name Flower, the jade light begins to grow brighter.
Jade Livington.
What did you say?
Flower Livington?
The jade light grows even brighter.
Guys, come here.
Say the other names. Let's see what might happen.
I agree with her.
I open the book back up. Scarlet Ruby.
Nothing seems to happen.
Benananan.
Nothing seems to happen.
Well, the only one that's lit up right now, the only light, is of Flower.
As you say her name again, it grows brighter again.
Is the jade light pointing towards any particular sarcophagus?
Yes, specifically
The
one
one.
directly in front of the statue of Yellow.
And if we approach that sarcophagus, does it say Flower Livington?
Yes, in fact, it is adorned very differently now that you ask about it. The sarcophagus that you look at is literally a living, small living tree, specifically maple.
I'm going to walk
speak-
over.
Flower Livington.
As you continuously say the name, the bright light is basically as bright as it could be.
I walk over to the sarcophagi. Here into just here at the maple. The tree nymph.
Please make me an investigation check.
What do your halfling eyes see?
While they're all doing this, the skull's just in the
Oh
background.
my god. Dirty 20.
God damn.
Silver. As you begin to look at the sarcophagi, you notice a plaque that you once didn't see. And the plaque reads, "When the time comes, within the tree, I will be. Within the tree, I will be. Within the tree will lay my staff. Within the tree will lay my power. Within the tree will lay my blade."
Well, I gotta send you a message out, like private message for this.
Yep.
Silver, what do you see?
There's an inscription.
Does it give us anything useful?
Within.
Within?
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean by within?
Within the sarcophagi?
Within the tree.
Which I suppose in this case could mean this very tree-like. Where's a scowl when you need someone to open something dangerous?
So,
Maybe there's something inside the tree.
Flower is a tree nymph. She was married to Ben and on. He died trying to protect her love.
That can be powerful magic.
Agreed.
What if she's...
It says within the tree is her staff. Within there's power.
I am going to attempt to open the sarcophagus.
Alright, make me a strength check.
I will help. I will help.
You will give aid, then roll with advantage.
So roll 2d20?
Yep.
Or roll a d20 twice?
I'm gonna do another invest.
Oh my god damn. That 18 though.
My strength is only +1.
That's fine, that makes it a 19. Go ahead and do your investigation, Silver.
The skull is gonna see them.
I'm going to do another investigation check.
Yep, go ahead.
He's gonna see them just shouting names and doing things. He's like,
Dang.
"Oh, devious numbra kai, devious numbra kai."
As you specifically say that name, the entire room goes dark.
What was
what
that?
the heck? It done now?
For the first time in forever, Silver has her fucking eyes closed.
So we can't see anything now in the room?
No, it's a joke. Anyway.
Okay.
The dark ethereal light is gone as soon as he stops saying the name.
Wow.
As you open the sarcophagus... Sorry, hold on. Sorry. This player was... sorry, just give me a second. This player was very close to me, so just bear with me. In the most pristine condition, almost as if her body is still giving off life to something within the sarcophagus. Her body still lays there, fully intact, no skeleton, no nothing. Her eyes are closed, and in her hands she wields a massive tree-looking staff.
I guess that's what you meant by what Silver said. Can I try and touch the staff?
As you attempt to touch the staff, nothing seems to happen. Your hand goes through it.
Can I attempt to touch the staff?
Your hand goes through it.
Okay.
I guess we're not allowed to touch it. Because it's fine as keepers rules here.
I'm going to try and touch it, and as I do, I'm going to repeat her name again.
As
Flower Rivington.
As you repeat her name and touch the staff, her eyes open.
I retract my hand.
In your mind, you hear this. Silver Mystique. Silver Mystique. If you can hear this, it is my final call. The time grows close. The tree calls. Within my staff there is power. Within my name there is even more. Within my name there lays a secret. And the corpse's eyes close once again. Only Silver heard that.
Only Silver heard it, but we did see the eyes open and close, right?
Yep, it was creepy as fuck.
I'm just gonna look and just go, please don't tell me we have a zombie apocalypse on our hand, or else I will have to slice this girl's head off.
No. I go to reach for her staff.
You grab it.
I was gonna make a bad joke. I was gonna be like, with all her powers combined, you are now Captain Planet.
Captain Planet, she's a hero, gonna take pollution down to
Down
zero.
to zero. Oh god.
Oh wait, if she's Captain Planet, does that make us the Planeteers? You get rings.
I already got one.
Well, one of us already has ring.
Do you take the staff?
I do.
Alright, Silver, and even you, Chris. You have accepted a very, very great burden. Specifically, this staff, if you choose to activate it,
If you choose to accept it.
will instantly heal every living character. And by every character, I mean every single character that is considered alive.
I mean, Sensei.
This
Oh, wait,
staff also has a special ability to revive people from the death known as Black Death.
The plague.
No, worse.
Okay. Oh boy.
This ability can be used 3 times. And only 3. However, to activate it, you must pass the trial of the color.
Okay.
The skull will shout out while he's laying there, yelling at his sword. Y'all done playing with sticks now?
Specifically, Silver, until you activate the staff, you can heal any of your allied party members to full HP once per long rest.
Hi.
Well, the warlock just became the cleric of the group.
Apparently.
Well, once a day.
Yeah.
I'll keep everyone alive until that's ready.
Alright, what do you do?
Do we try any other names, or do we at least search for their coffins?
What about that Ben guy?
Also,
Then-
the corpse was she was wearing a ring, and
Ah.
inscribed on the inside and outside was the name Ben Inonanon. And the gem on top of it specifically was an emerald.
Is the ring as ethereal as the staff?
Yes.
Even if you say her name?
I'm gonna try and take the ring if it's as
Your
in.
hand goes through it.
Hey, Silver, do you mind checking the ring out? Try and pick it up.
You said 1 sec. You just stepped on glass, and
Oh.
Mike Dean.
Ooh.
Didn't manage that.
Oh shit! You okay?
Damn, I'm just on glass.
Said she glares and she looks at Flower.
All right. Well, are you guys gonna search for the answer to the
Well,
princess?
Silver was gonna look at Flower. I don't know if she was gonna do anything with the ring right now.
Okay, we'll wait then.
But hearing about this, I'm like not too far from them, right?
Yeah.
As they're talking about, a ring, a skull will look at his ring and start like going to like every sarcophagi and like whispering devious numbra Akai to each one.
The room darkens every time that you do it, and nothing else seems to happen. It 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 dims every. Okay, so whenever you move from sarcophagus to sarcophagus, the light dims, and then as soon as you say it again, it lights back up with a dark light. But you go through every single one of the sarcophagus, and nothing seems to happen. Other than the black ethereal light.
Okay, I'm fine. My cat decided to get on top of a dresser and knock down a picture frame.
Oh,
It's broken. I stepped on it. I'm okay though.
That's good.
Hope
Um,
so.
now you can use your staff.
But I'm going to look at Flower and the ring, and I'm going to touch her hand softly and say, "This is the one thing that I will allow you to keep. You have meaning."
You can see the corpse smile.
Before I leave, I say, "I understand. True love is the most powerful thing out here. Some may try to say that there are things far more powerful, but I feel in my heart that the most power. Then I'm going to back away."
Spoken like a poet.
Alright, what do you guys do now?
Well, we've gotten the staff, and I don't. Do you guys think there's anything else here?
Has anyone found any of the other names on the sarcophagi?
We could check them really quickly if you want to do that, White Paul. I can do it with you.
Definitely worth a look.
Hey, my weapon has no gem sockets, does it?
Huh?
My weapon has no gem sockets, does it?
Yeah, it does.
Can I take out the opal and put it in the ring or in the weapon?
As you attempt to take out the opal from the ring that you're wearing, it seems like it is magically attached.
Can I put the ring into the weapon, like with the opal attached to it still?
No.
Damn.
It won't fit.
So do we find any of the other 12 11 names, sorry.
Do you speak any of them?
I'll speak. So I'll speak. I'll speak Ben.
Nothing
Ben
seems to
Anomalous.
happen.
Alright.
Olivia. Have we already found an Olivia?
We found that Olivia Cow.
As you speak the name Olivia, the room does not light up.
Did anyone open her sarcophagi?
Pascal did. Pascal did.
That was
Pascal?
Olivia. That was Olivia Akai. This one is specifically only named Olivia. And I believe she was yellow, and she is not buried here. Hold on. Let me double check.
They are buried when their god was. So she may have served yellow, but does that mean that everyone else in her group was separated to lay where their god's next tomb is?
That is entirely likely. But it's best to check all the names to be sure. Horace Horrorface?
I thought, well, Horace, wasn't he orange?
No, he was white.
Oh, you know what, I gotta pull up that document so I just keep track of my own mental.
Charlotte Ruby.
As you say those two names, nothing seems to happen. It seems like they are not either buried here, or perhaps they are still alive.
The palace, the god that's at the center.
His
The
name
statue.
is Yellow. Yeah.
But the palace itself is mostly built in white marble.
Yes, and the statue, now that you're saying this, the statue is built out of amber.
Do I know that thingy has? Do I know that Silver has the book?
Yeah. Well,
I'm going.
because you weren't there whenever she got it. I thought. Never mind. You don't know.
Right, I can't do what I was going to do then.
I don't like to say it, but if there are 12 names, 12 gods, what's the likelihood there aren't 12 of these chapels?
Maybe.
So out of character, I want to explain. Flower Livington was one of my original players who sadly passed away from cancer. And she was, at one point in time, we were together for, I believe, 4 or 5 years. So this was her final resting place.
That's the name.
And specifically, the player of Olivia Akai was her best friend, which is why she is buried with her. Or in the same room as her.
I'm going to look around the room at the other sarcophagi and see if there are any other bodies that may have been buried there.
Well, as you look around for the names that you saw, you don't see any of the other names.
Either they aren't buried here, or, like it was said, still alive.
Silver, the symbol of the star, do you still have it?
I'll reach into my pocket and pull the star.
Can we still see the colors at all, or is it just blank now?
As you were standing in this room, you can see all of the colors again.
Why not put it up? Why not hold it near Flower? I mean, something might happen.
Flower is. I saw her light already. It seems that
So directly across from yellow would be black or blue.
Across from yellow, that would be I believe the ninth or the sixth pillar. It would be either yellow or light blue. I believe.
Okay, light blue.
Blue and
So
light
does
blue.
that tell us light blue is to the south or to the north of here? I'm not saying we could assume the star is a map, but we also can't assume it isn't.
I'm guessing if these people are still alive, their lights will glow once we are close to them, I'm guessing. Or if we speak their name and they are close.
maybe they were buried there because Yellow is not here. Yellow must not be buried in their own temple.
Hmm.
So Yellow must be alive. Unless they.
Specifically, I can tell you guys this: Yellow is still a god that is actually still alive to this day, and
Yeah.
people can actually follow him. He's a god.
And you can change your gods. But depending on if you got an item from your god, you might lose it.
Nope, I'm good.
I'm okay
Mine
sticking with I worship.
Actually, there is a very good question here. Does anyone in the room follow Hekia Kai?
I do.
Wait. What is he the god of?
Oh wait, no, sorry, wrong character.
What's he the?
Hekia Kai is the god of the underworld.
No, I do not serve him.
But the weapon does.
Or do I? Does it?
No, my weapon does.
Oh.
Okay, doesn't matter then. So, what do you guys do?
I guess we go back to the shed. I guess we go back to the prince. Tell him what we found.
He said to keep following north, though.
Is
Did
there
he?
Yeah!
anywhere in the room?
Oh my god. I will keep RPing and talk to each other. I have to BRB again.
I was gonna see if there's because we were supposed to follow the white star, and I don't know.
There is no other white star in this room.
So this is where the white star led. So basically, there's something here for
that
sure.
you need to find. Yeah.
Yeah. So a skull is gonna mention we don't know what we're looking for, so we might as well open up all these crypts to figure it out.
Well, if we don't say their names. Well, if we said their names and nothing happens, what makes you think opening them is going to do anything? It might just anger the
It's
gods.
containing an object we need for this.
But what if it isn't?
How will we know? The more we sit here and do nothing, the less it's gonna happen.
Why?
Then
Why not? And I know this is going to be a big ask, but why not try the staff?
it's got the power to heal. It didn't say anything about leading us anywhere.
Well, it said it would bring any. No, I don't want to be able to know that. If it has a power, then what power is that?
Bringing, well, anything that is considered alive will be healed, but it can only be used 3 times.
That would make it. Then I will admit it would make no point using it here, considering it just wouldn't really mean anything.
I'm sorry. Okay, by the way, Chris, I don't know if you heard me, but I specifically said that, I specifically said that people from Black Death can be revived only 3 times. People that are living can be healed or revived infinitely as soon as you complete the trial of the color, which you have no idea what that could be.
Right.
The Skull's a little frustrated, so he didn't see anything of use in this room, so he's just gonna go walk into the library and just start, like, rummaging through everything and, flinging shit around until he finds something of possible use.
Alright, good job. You find the scroll, you find a scroll talking about Akai and the princes and the kings and all that stuff, and you think that this might be what you're looking for.
Is it in Warrior? Is it in
It's in Warrior.
Okay, so I, take it out and I read it.
Alright, in order, I'm going to type it out to you guys. I have to pull up some old documents. Uno momento, por favor. I apologize.
Fuck, that's what I should have done for my third character. I
What?
should have made it Eternal Race and named it fucking Leonardo.
Oh my god.
I've been, like, singing this whole time the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles theme song in my head. And I'm just like, of course, I could have done it the whole time!
It could have been a turtle.
Well, yeah, Ben's Turtle Race in here also, but I have to see the complete differences.
But then you would have been a hero and a half shell.
But I could have had turtle power.
Turtle power.
I was planning on making, like, an older character who, like, is really slow, but, like, he was gonna be like a caster who's like, he's effective, he'll do damage, but he'll be like,
Alright, there you go.
oh, okay.
That is what the scroll reads.
Alright. So reading this, taking out the blade, I ask, you know what of these names?
Those were the names of the kingship.
And they're buried here.
No. But I believe that this may lead us to a place. And, do you flip it over?
Sure.
You see a map. To another crypt. Do, 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 do.
Alright, a skull takes this map after looking at it, seeing this, and he's just more frustrated through this, and he just walks back and he just lifts it up in the air, coming out the library while everyone's there, and he's like, "I found a map. Let's fucking get out of here."
Then I guess we follow that map.
Alright, does everyone decide to try to follow the map?
Yeah, sure. I'll try and follow the map.
Alright. As you head outside and attempt to follow the map, you believe, as you begin to step foot where there should be a path leading to where you're going, you almost feel as if you're going to fall, and then you catch yourself and put yourself back on the path. It seems that there is no path here, and that you must find another way to get there. Or perhaps come back at some other time.
I
Okay.
speak the name Devious Numbra Akai to see if anything happens.
Nothing seems to happen.
Damn, I was hoping like little darkness would happen, and I would have to spam the name in order to keep it dark, and then we could walk. Should we take this to the fucking shitty king?
That might be an idea. And look on the bright side. At least nothing's come out and attacked us yet. Yeah, I guess I will head back to the king with what we have.
You there, Crystal?
She probably is doing something.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll head back then.
Alright, you head back to the prince, and he says, "What have you found?"
I show him the scroll with the names, and then I flip it over and show him the map.
Ah, yes, perfect. This is what I needed. However, I know that there is not a path there. It will take me a while to make the path. So, while I do that, he will open a white ethereal portal, and he will say, "Here, you may go back home."
You said we were getting payment for this.
Oh yes, I forgot.
Oh my payment.
Suddenly, summoning in each of your hands will appear 10 platinum pieces.
Well then, I guess I'll stop arguing then. And I'm gonna pocket it and I'm gonna walk through the portal.
I'll walk up to him and show him both the staff and the book and the star.
As you attempt to show him the staff, he says, "I'm sorry, do you have something in your hand?"
I'll just look at him and then shake my head. No, never mind.
Alright, and
Skull
as you
flips
show
him
him
off
the
and walks through the portal.
as you show him the book, he's like, "Yes, I know of the 12. They still live to this day. Well, other than Flower, that is."
I'll look back at the staff and a couple of tears start building up in my eyes, but I blink them away, trying to keep my strength.
Alright, do you head through the portal?
Yeah, head through the portal, wishing farewell.
Alright, as you head through the portal, you arrive back in the City of Light, and now this is your free roam. So, if you guys want to, I still do have content that you can do, like you do have the Trial of the Color. However, I do not think that you are prepared for that currently.
Right.
But there are other things that you can do, such as you can explore the names that you found. You can explore the City of Light and perhaps buy some potions or items or other things like that. Or even go and find some more quests. But if we want to, since it has been 2 hours of a session, we can end it now.
I have to leave anyway. I have to get ready for work.
All right.
I would kind of like to end now. That's okay.
Yep. All good.